Okay, our last subject area is media and going to the media center. I know so many children love going to the library and seeing books and seeing what is there. So some adaptations, and thank you to Miss Jane, our media coordinator, or ISMLC, our librarian, for helping me with some suggestions for adaptations for in the media center with our students with special needs. So one adaptation is sitting on the floor in our media center. The expectation is that students sit on the carpet. They have squares where they sit for reading books and for instruction time. And so a lot of times sitting on the floor with them is an easier way to engage with them and to meet with them, to truly get on their level so that kids can really see what's going on, and giving them any opportunity for hands-on and opportunities for interacting with the books is so good. Our students with special needs and different learning abilities, some of them maybe just learning how to turn the pages of the book. So giving them an opportunity to be hands-on and turn the page of a book is important, or giving them opportunity to see the words next to the pictures that you're reading, which of course they are doing that in their either their gen ed classroom or their self-contained classroom, but any opportunity that another adult in the building has an opportunity to read with a child and practice what reading looks like and what it can be, and to share exciting stories and lessons with them, that's great. That we want them to have as many opportunities to read and learn and grow as we can. Also, books that are of interest to them. Getting to know the kids and finding out what their interests are is a great way for them to want to interact with these stories that you're reading. All right, so here are our special needs media center links. And just like the other subjects before, there was a lot of information there. And of course, there's tons of information about reading with children with special needs. But I didn't want this to be just about special needs children. So there are some things in here are exceptional learners. So here's a read aloud for celebrating differences. And these aren't just cognitive differences, physical differences, cultural differences, all kinds of differences. But there are trying to see where they are. Okay, so special education read alouds like the book Wonder, My Brother Charlie. So these are great for teaching about children with special needs, but I didn't want this to be just teaching about children with special needs, but about really incorporating children, our exceptional children, into our classroom and really making them a part of the classroom, whichever setting they're in, whether it's the self-contained inclusion or mainstream setting, really making it so that they are a true part of the classroom. So on that note, I have some links here, special education activities for the school library, how to use adapted piece book sets, which would be great if you have a child who is nonverbal that is mainstreaming in with a regular class. This would be a great way for them to communicate with you about the book you're reading to the other class, or to the rest of the class, to the class they're mainstreaming with. 5 ideas to help sensory seekers when visiting the library. So things that can help. I know in our library, there's so many books, so many shelves. It's easy for children to get overwhelmed. It's easy to run and hide. It's easy to, try to get a bunch of books at one time. So these ideas to help sensory seekers is a great reference for in the library. Here are some adapted books. So Eric Carle books right here that are adapted and easy for children to turn the pages. It has the Velcro or sticker pieces that children can put on for storytelling. There was another one, this one's adapting for children with visual impairments. But there was one that was this Making Predictions book was it. Or this Making Predictions activity was it. So it has where as you're reading the story aloud, you can say, what do you think is going to happen? And the children have two different popsicle sticks and they can hold up which one they want to do. So this would be great for all the levels of learners that we have, but a great way to make our children with special needs be a part of whatever group they are with when they are visiting the media center. All right, so there are lots of other resources in here. So I have linked that up into the slideshow so that you have access to that information. All right, and that wraps up each of our individual sections. So each of our individual classes. Our last section is a kind of a wrap it up thoughts for the road. So join me for our last video.